You're listening to the Hello Well with Danielle show, a podcast taking women of color on a journey exploring all things wellness and travel related. We're all about showing you how to put on your oxygen mask first and creating lasting self-care habits that will free you to travel the world and live the life you truly desire, and not one you have to fake loving. I'm your host, Danielle Washington. Now let's buckle up and start this journey. Welcome back to another episode of the Hello Well with Danielle podcast, your weekly mental vacay for the busy woman of color who is on her healing journey and may need a little assistance. I'm your host, Danielle Washington, and we're back today on another episode of the Hello Relaxed series. We took a pause last week for an important topic, but we're back talking about relax, and this is literally the last Thursday of the year. Can you believe it? 2022 just flew by. I can't believe we're here. It was a year where we didn't probably relax as much as we want to, but I wanted to do this Hello Relax series just to make sure that if we didn't do as much as relaxation we want to do in 2022, we're setting ourselves up for relaxing in 2023. So this is the fourth episode in this Hello Relax series. If you missed the first three, I encourage you to go back, listen to them, find out reasons why you may not be relaxing, figuring out different methods that you could be utilizing, things that you're probably trying to use to relax that are really not working for you. So these are the, oh my God, avoid these at all cost moments. So if you didn't listen to episode 2, you're going to want to listen to that as well. But before we start, I always like to tune in, just getting us right, getting us here, just having a moment to this to be our mental vacay, for this to be our time for ourselves. And sometimes you need to just breathe. And so before I even start everything, I always tell everyone to sit up tall. And I want to give you a fun fact. Why do I say sit up tall? When you slouch, you're slouching your body, you're slouching that area of your stomach and your navel area. That's where we store our emotional energy. That's our second and third chakra. It's where we talk about our confidence, our willpower, our sexual energy, our emotional energy. If you are blocking that by the way that you slouch, by slouching, you're blocking your energy to flow. And if you think about people who have low self-esteem, people who don't feel confident, they slouch. And what are they doing? They're blocking that energy. So I want us to be intentional today and let's sit up tall. I want you to just close your eyes if you can. And we're just going to take a couple of deep breaths. I'm going to play my little bowl for a second. So just want you to start breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling deeply through your nose. Exhaling deeply through your mouth. Sighing it out. Inhaling again, deep, 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 and exhaling. And one last time, inhale deeply, and exhale it all out. Setting attention for today's practice. I always say practice because it gets me in that yoga mode, but it's a practice. It's a practice to relax. It's a practice to take a mental vacay. It doesn't come naturally to all of us. So it is a practice. This is a short, hopefully only 20 minutes, because I really want to keep it short for all of you who I know who are busy and living your best life or trying to live your best life. But this is under 30 minutes, mental vacay. And it's a practice for us weekly to get into this mental state of relaxing. Speaking of relaxing, we're going to talk about relaxing. So today's topic is, I wanted to talk about an ancient tool that has been used in many different cultures to help many people relax from all the way back in time. And it's called Reiki. Reiki is an ancient healing practice that's been used in many different cultures. Whether you think it comes from Japan, whether it's come from Egypt, many people say it comes from many different places. I kind of believe it probably came from Egypt, but hey, I think that, a lot of Egyptian stuff came to Asia, and it was then deemed from Asia, and then it was through the Japanese that it became popular in the Western culture. And here we are today, where Reiki is becoming more and more popular. It's increasingly being utilized in medical fields. It's increasingly being talked about, and to the point to where I believe it's going to get to the point where we talk about acupuncture, we're going to be like, oh, I need a Reiki session. And so Reiki is this beautiful practice that is natural. It relieves pain, it reduces stress and anxiety, and more importantly for today's topic, it provides relaxation. One of the best benefits of Reiki is that it provides this deep, deep, deep relaxation that allows us to calm our mind. It allows us to release stress and to be calm in any situation. And it just is this beautiful, simple way of doing it. It's very simple and it's very powerful. How does Reiki work? Reiki works in the sense that it uses energy, life force energy. Some people call it ki, which is what it's called in Japanese. It's called in Chinese, it's called chi. In yoga, we have other things and other, techniques and methods. There's different ways to call this life force energy. But what it does is it uses this life force energy to find the blocks in our body, to find where our chakras are not flowing properly, find out where we have stuck emotional energy, and it releases that, which I love. So whenever I'm having moments where I'm feeling stressed out, burnt out, overwhelmed, I often turn to Reiki. If I'm not turning to yoga, I'm turning to Reiki. It's so simple, but it's so powerful. It could be done in person. It could be done remotely. So for me, for example, when I'm not feeling great or I feel like I need some little bit of help, I'll call a friend who lives in Michigan. I'm like, hey, can you do Reiki on me? Again, she's in Michigan. I'm not flying to Michigan to go see her. She's doing Reiki from Michigan. It's a beautiful practice. I mean, there's so many different cultures that use different techniques to stimulate the flow of energy, but I feel like this is one that's just simple, it's easy to use, and it's hella effective, which is why I love it. So again, one of the best benefits of Reiki is that it provides deep relaxation. It's also holistic. It's not a cure. It's not a cure. It's not a cure. But if it's used regularly, there is a connection between using Reiki regularly to clear out the system. It is a beautiful way to support your physical health, your emotional health, and your mental health. It is a holistic method of just treatment, and it's self-healing. I can do it by myself. The other thing I really love about Reiki is that it gets to the root of the problem. You may be having a pain in your head or something else, or your shoulders, or any other part of your body. But what Reiki will do will figure out, oh, you may be feeling it in your head, you may be feeling your shoulder, but it's actually connected to your second chakra or your heart chakra or whatever chakra. And what it does is Reiki will clear out the imbalances in your chakra. So where you may be feeling a pain on your shoulder, you're actually getting it cleared through the chakra that's actually the root of the problem. And who doesn't need to get stuff to the root of the problem? Oftentimes we mask the problems, the root, and we only deal with the surface part of it. But using Reiki helps us get to the root of what's really going on, and it helps us to heal on such a profound level. I also love that Reiki is just something that helps us declutter the mind. The mind, the mucky brain, people call it, but it's like the mind's going, chattering. Oh, you're not good. You're not this. You're not that. Why aren't you doing this? You should be doing that. What Reiki does is it really helps us just quiet the mind. Reiki helps us to reset, recenter, quiet the mind that allows us to get to a state of peace and calm that is so beautiful, and it helps us get to that form of relaxation. It helps us get to the point of oftentimes we're not relaxed because our mind's going. I have the to-do list. I need to do that. I need to help that person do this and this and that. When you're in that state and the mind is cluttered and the mind is going, it's really hard for us to relax. And so one of the best reasons to use Reiki is just to quiet the mind. The other great reason to use Reiki is it helps us re-energize ourselves. It is a natural way to boost our energy and our vitality. It helps us when we're feeling kind of burnt out, overwhelmed, stressed, anxiety. So it provides deep relaxation. It boosts our energy. It helps quiet the mind. Why not use Reiki? Why not use this beautiful method that helps us to heal? Again, it's simple, it's powerful, it doesn't interfere with medical treatment. It actually is a beautiful complement to medical treatment. If you are having something like, if you're going to physical therapy, if you're doing something else, or you're having, a lot of people use, a lot of medical centers use Reiki in people who have cancers or cancer treatment. It helps relieve that pain. It helps relieve that stress and that anxiety, and helps provide relaxation that we need so that the body can heal. A lot of people don't talk about that part of Reiki, is that in order for our body, our mind, and our spirit to heal, it needs to relax. And so Reiki provides that point of relaxation so that the body, so that the mind, so that the spirit can actually heal. And the great thing about it is there are no side effects. You can take different pills and all these medical treatments to help focus on relaxation, but there's all these side effects. There aren't side effects on Reiki. Reiki focuses on free will. It doesn't work on it. It's free will. So it's like, if you're not about Reiki, Reiki's not about you. But if you're open to Reiki, Reiki is open to helping you. It's suitable for all. It's suitable for adults who are 90 to 100 years old to a little baby. And so it's one of those things that it works for everything, for everyone. I love the fact, the ideal of a mother seeing her child crying and, stressed out and not knowing what to do, a little baby, and she does Reiki on it to help relax the child, soothe the child's brain, soothe the child naturally, to boost its energy, to get to the root of the problem. But more importantly, right now, I want y'all to know how to use Reiki. Right now, I want you to know that this is a method that will help you relax. It is natural. It relieves pain. It quiets the mind. It re-energizes you. And we all need this. So next week, our last episode in the Hello Relax series, I'm going to do a Reiki series. I'm going to do a Reiki healing. And I just want you to experience what this feels like. And it's something for you to go back to over and over and over when you're feeling that I need to relax. I need a mental vacay. Reiki is that mental vacay that has been used for centuries. And the fact that it's been used for centuries as its ancient healing process lets you know that this ish works. It ain't just some hoo-hoo, woo-woo thing that it's just another fad. No, this is a healing method, a self-healing method that has been used for years and years and years, that lets you know that this works. It lets you know that this is a beautiful way to heal, a beautiful way to relax. And we all need some relaxation. So I want you, if you can, this being the last week of 2022, people say, yeah, we made it. I'm going to do different in 2023. Let's start doing different now. Let's start finding ways to honor our body and to release and to relax. I love you. I wish nothing for the best of you. And I'll see you in 2023. Ciao. Thanks for joining us this week on the Hello Well with Danielle show. Make sure to visit our website, hellowellwithdanielle.com, where you can subscribe to our show on iTunes, Spotify, and Amazon Music and never miss an episode. Also, you can follow us on social media at Hello Well with Danielle on Facebook and Instagram, and Hello Well Danny on Twitter. And if you hella love the show and got some good nuggets out of it, know that I'm not too proud to ask for you to please leave a rating or review on iTunes so that we can continue to expand our reach and help other women of color. Again, thanks so much for listening, and I hope to see you next week. Ciao.